Let me shift your perspective for a second. You're not just raising a child, you're shaping a future adult, a future husband, a future father, a future decision maker. And the real question is not, is my child behaving well right now? The real question is, who is my child becoming? Hi, I am Matthias Luka Agbu. I help parents raise value-driven children who grow into responsible leaders. And today, I want us to zoom out a bit and look at parenting from a bigger picture. Because here is what most parents focus on. They focus on behavior. Sit properly. Don't do that. Behave yourself. And again, that's not wrong, but it is incomplete. Because behavior is what you see on the surface. Character is what remains underneath. And here is where many parents miss it. You can raise a well-behaved child who lacks strong character. Let's be real for a moment. A child can behave well in front of you and act completely differently when you are not there. Why is that? Because behavior can be controlled, but character has to be built. And if we don't focus on that, we end up raising children who know how to act right, but don't always choose right. Think about this. Have you ever seen a child who is very good at home, but completely different outside? That's the gap we're talking about. So let's correct this mindset. Parenting is not just about managing behavior. It is about developing character. Because one day you won't be there to correct them, but their character will guide them. So instead of asking, how do I make my child behave? Start asking, how do I help my child become the kind of person who chooses right? That is a different level of parenting. So how do you actually do that? How do you move from behavior control to character development? Let's break it down simply. Number one, teach values, not just rules. Rules tell a child what to do. Values teach a child how to think. So instead of just saying, don't lie, explain to your child why honesty matters. Help them understand the principles behind it. Because when a child understands why, they are more likely to choose it, even when you are not there. Number two, build decision-making ability. Don't answer every question for them. Ask, what do you think is the right thing to do here? Let them process. That's how confidence is built. Number three, focus on identity. Help your child understand who they are, not just what they should do, because identity shapes behavior. A child who sees themselves as responsible will act responsibly, because people don't consistently act against who they believe they are. Number four, reinforce character, not just outcomes. When your child does something right, don't just praise the result. Call out the value behind it. You told the truth. That's integrity. You helped someone. That is kindness. You are shaping identity in those moments. Here is something simple you can start using. I call it the character question. Ask regularly, what kind of person do you want to become? That question plants something deep. If you start parenting this way, you will notice a shift. Your child won't just follow instructions, they will start making better decisions on their own. And that's when you know character is forming. So remember this, you're not just raising a child for today, you're shaping a person for tomorrow. So don't just correct behavior, build character. If this spoke to you, subscribe to this channel. And in the next video, we're going deeper into something personal. You can't give what you don't have. That one starts with you. Let's keep building this right. See you in the next video.